But Amber, do you think we've crossed the Rubicon, though, on this disinformation piece? And I'm talking about all political parties. There are examples of disinformation in their campaigning. Do you think the rules have changed then?
It feels like the rules have changed, and it's partly because both sides of the debate are doing it. And now you've got this absence of proper debate, which is partly because we haven't got an active leader of the opposition, and it's partly because the government isn't engaging with big, long-form interviews. But both those things are not going to last. So I hope we can get back to it. But I think it also needs to be driven by the fact that government needs to acknowledge themselves that this is not a good place for any government to be, because some of the terrible consequences that could follow if the public continued to hold politicians in contempt.
I think policy issues for this government will be, how do you ensure you're finding news you can trust? So in broadcast terms, prominence. How can you make sure that before stuff that you can't trust, you get to the things that you really can trust? And I think the second thing is, which I've been doing a lot of talking with other broadcasters and tech companies about, is authentication. Because although at the moment deepfakes are things which, apart from, are not as developed, as highly developed as they will be in 2 to 3 years' time, we need to ensure that people can find news that they can authenticate and know is coming from the provider itself and not from some other source. And I think I've been really interested in the way that some of the big tech companies are grabbing that and saying, we want to work with you on that issue.